Well, this is what just happened. It's a little late to the game, but there you go.
I'll just push it back.
So.
All right, turn a little bit. Yes, there you go. Actually, hold on. All right.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about Poughkeepsie RPM Raceway. It's located in Poughkeepsie, New York, not far from the Hudson River, basically right off the Hudson River, and it's located within a mall. It's in the Poughkeepsie Galleria, and normally mall go-kart tracks, at least from my experience, and I've done at least a few go-kart tracks, has been pretty dismal. I don't like go-kart tracks that are in malls. I tend to have a lower standard for them and a lower expectation. However, this was actually really surprising. When I went to this mall, I went in and I looked around and I was looking at the track and I was like, the track doesn't look that bad. It actually looked like it had pretty good flow and it looked like it might be a little bit fun. It's single level, which is okay. That's fine. I've been at fun single level tracks. I do prefer multi-level. It just adds a little bit of spice to the track. But this was a single level. And yeah, so I guess let's get into my analysis of the Poughkeepsie RPM Raceway. So regarding prices, it's about $25 per race if you buy it individual races. The head socks that they expect you to use when you use their helmets, because they don't charge you for the rentals of the helmets, but they do charge you to have a head sock. So if you do not bring one with you, you will have to purchase one. It is $3, and you'll need that to use their helmets. The races last about 7 minutes, which is I would say, about average, maybe on the lower end of average race time at a go-kart track. If you have a membership with RPM Raceway, which you can have one at any of their locations, and it carries over to the other locations, the pricing for buying bulk races as a member is, for 3 races, it's $45. For 5 races, it's $72. For 7 races, it's $89. And again, that's only if you have a membership. I don't recall the pricing of the membership, but if you do buy a membership, I believe they give you 2 races. In terms of pricing, I would give RPM Raceway in Poughkeepsie, New York, a 5. 5 for pricing. It does seem to be on the higher end, and I don't believe the track really warrants that kind of pricing, but we'll get into the track next. So track flow. Track flow is my analysis of how the turns link together. Is it an enjoyable flow? Does it look like it was just kind of put together and hoping it worked? Some tracks have that. In this particular instance, this track has pretty decent flow for a single floor or a single level track, because apparently the Poughkeepsie website for RPM Raceway doesn't include the actual track map, which I don't quite understand. It talks about a multi-level track and gives the track map for that, but that doesn't exist. So I don't know if there's maybe some plans in the near future to get a multi-level track into Poughkeepsie. Regardless of that, the track flow is actually surprisingly good. They have a very nice full throttle S turn, if you want to call it, and it allows you to just put the foot all the way down, and if you've got the grip, you can make it through that easily without ever lifting. I found that really enjoyable. I feel like a lot of places don't utilize their karts to the full extent, so I found that really interesting and really cool of a rather slim location, a rather tight location for them to put a track. I'm not entirely sure how long the track is, because they don't really have any information regarding that, but I would say probably, unfortunately I can only give a big range, maybe a quarter mile to like 4/10 of a mile or something like that, something along those lines. Yeah, so it was really enjoyable. So for track flow, I actually give it a 6. It's because the flow is there, It uses the kart's abilities, and it's pretty good. However, my only concerns for a lot of that track is that it's very difficult to pass people. All right, so the kart's quality. I would say the kart's quality is very strange. Um, you have some rather good karts, you have some rather bad karts. They're all electric. The karts are hit or miss. There was a kart that had essentially no brakes, or at least it might as well have not had any brakes at all. I came in pretty hot to a more than 90-degree turn, pressed the brakes, nothing happened. I guess I should have tested them first somewhere else in the track. But that's where I found out, and almost flew right into the wall, which would have been a little painful. But regardless, that was the worst kart that I had. There was some other bad karts, like there was a kart that had the steering wheel really high up and kind of pointing to the ceiling, which was really uncomfortable. It was like I was driving a school bus. So that required me to hunch more over away from the seat, again, making that more uncomfortable. And then you had some really good karts. Actually, only one really good kart. The other karts were okay. The really good kart was just predictable. The steering felt great. The tires were great. And honestly, the tires overall on each of the karts, as I looked at them, they looked pretty clean. They actually almost looked brand new, so they might have been. They didn't look super scrubbed off. So there was definitely available grip there if you could get heat in the tires. But again, some of the karts just weren't great. So, regardless of the tires you have on it, the kart doesn't drive fun. It's drive right. You're not going to have a lot of fun with the grip that you're allowed. Or you may not even get grip in the tires. For karts, for kart quality, I give it a ranking of 5. All right, customer service. Now, when it comes to customer service, I mean things like you walk into the store or into the track and you go to the cashier and there's someone there and they're respectful and kind and courteous and willing to offer the information that you're requesting. And a lot of it has to do with even just having available workers. So like if a worker is there, that gives them a 1, especially with a lot of places using the excuse of low staffing. I actually give this location, I was kind of struggling with the score of customer service for this location because there was actually a point where I waited about 7 minutes for an employee. They only had one person running the track and they had probably a total of 5 or 6 employees there. So I found that strange, but again, I don't run the business. It was, I would give the score for customer service a 5. Would I go there again? I would go there again. I'd probably go during the week. I believe I went on a Friday or a Sunday last time, and it was crowded. So, any questions, any comments, any information that you guys have, post it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this location. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? What are your qualms with it? What do you not like? What do you really like, even? Just put it in the comment section and I'll take a look at them and try to respond to them when I can. So thanks, guys.